Hello and welcome to episode 19 of Four Comedians and a Hat, the most famous internet show to ever come out of Pevely, Missouri. I am your host, Vincent Opper, who happens to be the most successful comic to come out of Pevely, Missouri, and I still hold on to that title. I have made 5 figures in comedy this year. Sure, there's a decimal after the first 3, but hey, you know, that makes me the most successful comic to come out of Pevely, Missouri. And I want to remind you, for those of you who have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking on the bottom right-hand corner. If you're on a different platform than a Mac or a PC, go to YouTube and look up the channel Gateway Comedy Scene, and then you can subscribe to us there. Also remember to like us on Facebook at Gateway Comedy Scene Friends and follow us on Instagram at 4 Comedians in a Hat. Gosh, I got through this. I'm very happy. All right, let's meet our comics. Our first comic is from Florida. Welcome, Aimee LeCours. Big hand, Aimee. She is a Florida comic, hence she's from Florida. She's an improviser, a mother, and a licensed mental health counselor, and boy, do we need one of those here, okay? In 2018, Aimee began her stand-up comedy. Since then, Aimee has graced the stage of the Orlando Improv and the Flamingo Comedy Festival. She has booked and hosted local comedy shows to promote women in comedy. One more time, big hand for Aimee.
It's happening.
Underneath Aimee, we have Duante Barnett. Big hand for Duante. Duante is a Seattle, Washington native, and he is missing the Gonzaga game to be here right now. Probably has it on his headset, but we'll get this done so he can watch. Oh, yeah, he is watching. Okay. He produces Suit Man Productions. I'm very disappointed he is not in a suit, but at least he has a Pikachu on. He is a staple at the annual Northwest Black Comedy Festival for the past 3 years, where he was awarded the Best Podcast of 2020 and Best Host of 2021. Congratulations. Places like Laugh Comedy Club, Laugh Off, Jai Tai's Comedy Clash, and a number of Pacific Northwest artists know his influence and creativity of production. One more time, big hand for Duante. And directly underneath me is Mando Franco. Everybody give Mando a big hand.
Yay,
Mando is making his second appearance on our show. He was on our initial show, and now he is a few months later. Do you remember how this thing works?
See.
Okay.
See.
Mando is originally from Los Angeles, where he did stand up in many of the clubs around the Los Angeles area. And then he met a vixen who stole him away and took him to St. Louis. That vixen happens to be my daughter. So, hey, welcome, Mando. Mando is also a movie maker, and his latest film, you got a short film at a competition or something?
Yeah, we got a couple.
All right, you got a couple going. All right. One more time, big hand for Mando. One more time, please. I do have a cat, and I do have questions in a hat. There are a million questions. Aimee, are you ready for the first question?
I am ready. Let's do it.
All right. What childish things do you still do as an adult?
I still say like a lot and talk like a valley girl sometimes. Just my whole general demeanor. I have a lot of toys. My favorite toy I have is my Joe Exotic that my mom crocheted for me. My Coochie Copy.
You must have the coolest mom in the world. That's pretty cool.
She's pretty amazing. It's even got like a little earring, and it's got a little tiger with it. It's really adorable. I love it. And I'm a mom too, so I just stay childish as a mom. So pretty much everything I do is childish at most times.
Did your mom crochet you that bitch Carol Baskins too?
Next year. That's what I asked for next. I asked for some Carol Baskin gifts. I asked for Carol Baskins for next year for Christmas. So fingers crossed that's what we're gonna get.
Awesome. Gentlemen.
You have the floor, Superman.
Oh, thank you, Mando. No me gusta. You know what I'm saying? I speak Spanish. It's funny. I'm gonna just show you. I still fucking play video games. There's my Xbox. There's my PS4. There's my PS3. Yeah. I'm a nerd. I've got a Pikachu fucking shirt. Yeah.
Is he
I think
sleeping?
that-
Oh, is he sleeping or did he fall?
It says my current mood. He's just laying there
Aw,
tired. Yeah. Oh, all right. I think I've taken a premature, immature sense of humor into my adulthood. I'm not really good at being serious. You know what I mean? And I'm also Asperger's, so if anything gets too awkward, I just laugh. That's my oh no! Like a girl told me one time, was talking to me about how one of her dogs died. She had to buy another one, and I was, ooh, that sucks. Chuckle. She's like, did you just laugh? Well, yeah. I mean, no. I mean, fuck. Sorry. Never mind. Fuck it. Leave me the fuck alone. Next question. So, fuck you, Mando. This is your fault. You're the one who gave me the floor. You know what I mean? Like, this is all you. No.
Ay, que lástima.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I don't have a good sense of, I don't know how to be mature at the right times as I sip on my Otter Pop.
Mm.
I would say I'm very mature. I don't really do anything childish. Not at all. I don't like any of the stuff that kids are into or collect.
I know, right? Nice cup.
But thank you. No, I am in the same boat. I'm the worst thing I could do as a big kid is have a kid. So now I have a kid, so now I can play with toys and stuff. And I'm very much a big kid. You can kind of see behind me, the lights up, but that wall is covered with like Mandalorian and Batman and horror movie stuff. And I'm wearing a Justice League t-shirt right now.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Clearly I'm taking out of my Mandalorian Yeti. So otherwise, I mean, I act my own age all the time. There's not really much that I do that, you know, could be construed as obnoxious or immature. That's the most straightforward grown-up answer I can give you.
Well, I guess I have to be the mature one of the group here.
Yeah, old.
My nerd cave full of toys and stuff that I like. Yeah, Dante, you said something that struck a chord. I spent 10 years as a Baptist minister, and I had an uncle who was an alcoholic who died. And long story short, we had, this guy was a loser. I always hated him. He treated my mom terrible. And we had to go 2 hours north to do the burial. And we went to a different climate zone. Suddenly it was snowy and cold. I didn't have a jacket. And we were on a hill. They had to walk the casket down this snowy hill, and I thought they were going to slip. And we got to the tent where we were putting him in the ground, and underneath the cemetery was so old, there were 2 headstones there. And one of them said Edith, and one said Archibald. And I couldn't help it. I whispered to some of my family, I am so glad that the Bunkers could make it to this funeral. Now, those of a certain age know who Edith and Archie Bunker were from All in the Family. And then I told my a few of my family members, being he was an alcoholic, I'm glad that we did not cremate him because I don't think the body would have extinguished. So that's my maturity level. So, Dante, are you ready for your first? What's that?
I was going to say, I'm kind of thinking about like the really immature priest, or, you know, like, and now a moment of silence. You know, it's kind of like so immature, being a man of the cloth. You know?
Oh, my name's Dante. It means son of the devil. I don't go in churches.
All right, son of the devil, are you ready for your first question?
This is my first time.
All right, here we go.
Aimee knows that voice. Aimee lives in Florida. She's like, I know what that means. It's not good.
If it's his first time, be slow, gentle, and make sure you get consent.
Always consent.
Just on the first time, Mando?
And the second and third.
Dante, buy a car right now. What would you buy?
Nissan GTR. Godzilla. Godzilla is fast. Do you know what a Nissan GTR is?
I do not. I know nothing about cars.
Fuck. Okay. So it's one of the only cars you can buy for 180 grand that's as fast as something that's, under 100 grand that's faster than something that's over 500,000.
Ah, how fast does this car go?
Nissan GTR, I think tops out at probably like 224 stock, 240, something like that. It's listed at 113 right now, I guess, track edition. I guess you can get it up to 210, but at its base price, it goes 0 to 60 in 2.8 seconds. It's all-wheel drive. It did the fastest lap around Nuremberg Ring, and that includes Porsches and cars that cost a hell of a lot more. So, yeah, it'd be a Nissan GTR.
Do you drive a fast car now?
I drive a Nissan Altima SV. I put intake on it, so it's quick. It's not fast.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm not rich yet. When I do something ridiculously fast.
So let me ask a question in return. So you said money is not an option. If I could just buy any car I want.
Sure.
Okay, if I could buy any car in the world I want, I'd buy the fucking Batmobile. Like, there's no question, dude. The 1989 Michael Keaton Batmobile.
Absolutely.
Shitty Corvette, the shitty C5 Corvette?
No, it was not a Corvette. It was a Dodge Viper. Actually.
Was it? Oh, you're right.
It was a Dodge Viper.
They used to have car shows. They were so cool.
The Michael Keaton's was a Corvette.
No,
Viper.
Batman and Robin was a Corvette.
No, they're both googly.
I bet you $100 bill Michael Keaton's car was a Corvette. What's my jig wasn't out yet?
The Vipers didn't come out until the late 90s.
Told you.
I do know that.
Maybe it was the
when
Batman
I was in high school.
Maybe the Batman Forever car was the Viper. Then.
There you go.
That's what it was. Anyway, I digress. 89 Batmobile would be my choice of vehicle, and there are people that have made replicas. So I'm sure with a pretty penny, I could probably buy one.
Okay.
I can see a cop trying to pull me over then. There is a problem with it though. Like, there's no rear window and there's no like side mirrors. So backing up could be hazardous, but that's the price you pay for driving the Batmobile. People would know to get the fuck out of the way if you're backing up in that car anyway. So
I don't know if you can get a car seat in there either.
I think there's a trunk. So
there we go.
That's my weekend car.
Every dad's got a weekend car for sure. My dad bought a Chrysler LeBaron convertible, and it was just a boat, and he just would always have that top down. Every dad's got to have one of those.
Exactly.
I like those Chrysler 300s. They're just like really boaty and long, and like they're really smooth, and I think they're only like 35 grand. I get one of those. I just kind of get a mom mobile, just kind of ease into my 40s. I don't want any payments, right? So even though we could get whatever we want, I just wouldn't want any payments. Like a nice like blue or something. I don't need anything fancy. Nothing fancy.
When I met my wife, and for the first couple of years we were married, she had a Chrysler 300.
I love them. I rented one time, and I just thought it was so nice. It was just so nice. Oh yeah, I love that. That'd be great. Nothing fast. I don't like to go fast. I have to go very slow all the time.
Yeah, that's the thing with me too. Like, I'm not a speed demon in any way, stretch of the imagination. So it would be interesting to have the Batmobile and drive like 35. You know. You know what I gotta say? Vince, I know you're gonna go right now, but I did drive a really awesome car. It was a Hyundai Santa Fe. It's like a 2017 Hyundai Santa Fe. It was like in 2017 when I drove it, and I drove like cross country, and it was like a fucking car commercial. Like, it was raining in St. Louis, snowing in Colorado, and then desert terrain in New Mexico, Texas, and shit. It was literally like a car commercial. I'm like, man, if I had the money, I would buy this car right now. But I digress. I still would go with Batmobile.
Well, before we go to our next question, I'm going to do the ultimate Vince Opper thing. I would get me a Tesla because I would no longer have to pay money for fuel. I could, it's friendly on the environment, and you know, there-
they did a whole thing on those things. Their batteries are not good for the environment.
What the
The
fuck?
parts
Don't be
they
that.
motherfucker, I'm from Seattle where we make them. This is my backyard, buddy. Like, yeah, no, you don't want to. Never mind. Sorry. I'll stop. I saw Mando start laughing, like, "Uh-oh, the black
Crush
guy."
everybody's
knows.
dreams all the time.
Yeah, I don't. I'm in the home of the Tesla and the Subaru. That's all we have out here. People with Teslas and Subarus. So yeah, we hug trees. So there was a whole article about how their batteries are bad.
But I can make the argument that even a AAA battery is bad for the environment. Batteries are bad for the environment.
True.
Apparently, recycling is bad for the environment. Apparently, so
It's energy. Yeah, it absolutely does.
yeah, you can't. I mean, nothing is good anymore. Like even the things that you think are good are bad.
Okay.
True. Debbie Downer.
I started it. It's my fault.
You did.
I'm
You
negative
totally-
Nancy over here. It was me.
Mando,
Yes.
who do you admire the most?
Vincent Opper. No.
Oh, you're pretty smart. Hey.
Good answer. Christmas is right around the corner. I don't know. God, who do I admire most? Like, God damn. I don't know, because I have my serious answer, then I have my like answer that not a good answer. You know what? I really got to brain stew on that one for like a minute.
Okay.
Can you come back to me? Yeah, I got to think about that one.
This was supposed to be a funny show. He's asking a deep question.
Who do you
I
admire
know.
the most?
What's your meaning of life? Fuck.
Oh, we've had that one. So,
Oh fuck. Yeah, I wasn't ready. I didn't study. I got too high. Fuck you. Mm-mm.
Hmm.
Oh, that means I got to answer the question if I spoke. Shit.
Yep.
The person I admire most. Fuck. I'm gonna go with Josh Blue. He was one of the first handicap comedians. He's pretty fucking funny. He brings it. I'm Asperger's and I'm deaf, and I do a lot of unique shows for those communities. And I'm self-diagnosed Asperger's, which is a little different, but it's not, because I got interviewed by the Autism Resource Center, and 10 minutes in the interview, the guy was like, "Yeah, you're cool. You're all right. We can tell." I was like, "Oh, fuck you." You know what I mean? Like, all right, I guess that's me, right? But the idea behind Josh Blue is he's really, like, I was talking to somebody the other day, and we have a Zoom meeting for us disabled comedians. And one of the guys on there is Benny Shakes, and the other guy is Jamie Pierce, and most of these people are in the UK, and they're actually quite famous over there. I just don't know who in the fuck they are, but I've looked at their pages, and they're very well doing. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And so I got on their platform, and I'm talking, and there's like 8 of us here, and it's a shit show because we're all disabled in our own ways. So some people interrupt more than others, and some don't even yell. And Jamie blurts out a lot because he's in a chair. I don't know what his exact affliction is, but I know he's not audible. So he blows into the thing, and he'll share a screen. So my point was we were talking shit, and I didn't even think he was paying attention. I didn't know how conscious he was. Out of nowhere, he shares his screen and says, "Should we all feel bad for the little American crybaby?" Am I getting heckled by a fucker in a chair? Like, you're talking to me, huh, Jamie? He started shaking and giggling, and you son of a bitch. And so when I think about like Josh Blue and some of these other comedians, when we start expressing our disabilities or what we've been through, it's able to really inspire other people who are similar. And that was the point of that, is what I've found myself doing is working more with the disability stuff, because more people need to know I'm Asperger's. More people need to know I'm deaf in one ear. More people need to know that you can be successful, even though you may have what people like. Autism really isn't that bad. You know what I mean? They'd make you think that you're just, oh, my kid's autistic. How will he ever fucking make it? Right? Like, it's not that bad. So for me, that would be kind of my one right now. That's one that came to my top of my head.
And Josh came to one of the clubs in, I think it was 2016, and he was the first person that I've ever met that used the. I think he had suckers actually, with the marijuana suckers to, and he does that before he gets on stage to get himself physically under control. And it was an eye opener. I thought, wow, that's a tremendous endorsement of medical marijuana right there. And then he's tremendously funny too.
But yeah, that's the other part, is there's so many things you don't know about until you meet somebody of a disability or get around them. And like we've talked about the use of sex aids for disabled people because they're all disabled. The use of sex workers and how that's illegal, but it's their money. Like, it's my money. You can't give me money and tell me, and then how else are they supposed, you know what I mean? So
Yeah,
there's been a whole gambit of things that I've really had to learn about, but also advocate for, and just you open your eyes. It's funny. It's not funny. You're not laughing at them. You're laughing with them. We talk about dating with disabilities. We've had 2 episodes. It really hasn't been about being disabled isn't the topic, but it's just trying to get people to understand we're all the same. Like, I'm trying not to cuss so much. I'm sorry. My apologies.
oh, thank you.
Yeah, so you guys know I'm a therapist, and I used to do a lot of groups, and I had a group with a couple of individuals that had Asperger's, and I remember I did one group where I used comedy, and I was like, okay, everybody, let's write a joke, and let's use comedy as a coping skill and whatever. And one of the guys that I had had Asperger's, and he never smiled. His face was always really, really blank. And when he told his joke, he murdered, he killed, the whole room laughed. And it's the first time I'd ever seen him even be humorous. And it was just really amazing and powerful. And again, I agree with you, I work with individuals on the spectrum, individuals have schizophrenia, bipolar, all that kind of stuff. And they just have different ways of thinking, and it's beautiful and it's cool and it's exciting. And I love thinking about that in comedy too, because that's the best thing about comedy, is someone that has a different point of view. And so I love that. That's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Yeah, I have a really good friend named Alice who has cerebral palsy, and she's an actor. She actually is on an episode of 911, the first season. There's one episode where I guess one of the main characters needs someone to walk them through a tracheotomy or something like that, where you cut the throat open or something like that. She's in the 911 call center, and she is in a wheelchair, and it's very, very visible, and she walks the main character exactly how to do it. And it was really cool, because that's representation, of someone with a disability on the big screen. That's or on the small screen on TV, which is super cool. And I know a lot of those folks, people with disabilities, don't like to use the word handicap. They say handy-capable, things like that, because you guys are just talking about they're very capable of leading a regular life. That being said, I don't think people with disabilities like to have pity. It's oh, we feel bad for them because they've had a hard life. It's well, dude, I'm fine. I'm normal. I'm just like the rest of you. And that being said, just because someone that has a disability can lead a normal life, that also means they could very much be an asshole too. They can be real nice.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at. I was getting heckled by Jamie, and I'm like, fuck you, dude. I don't even talk to you. I don't even know you fucking talk, and you call me a crybaby? Yeah, exactly. Sorry. Yeah. That hit a chord with me, that just, and that was that's what I'm finding. They look at me as not, I'm the spokesman because I look normal, but I'm deaf and I'm Asperger's and I'm a little weird, right? But I'm the spokesman because I'm the normal looking guy. And then you have the people who look handicapped, and the way we're treated is totally different, right? And it's okay for him to say something bad, but when I blurt out and say shit, people are like, what the fuck's wrong with you? I'm like, well, I'm kind of like him, asshole. I just look like this, right? And never mind. I'm sorry. I digress. I get it. I'm there. I love the work, because we all are different that are all on the spectrum, but we all have the same feelings. Yeah. And so even though it affects us differently, the way people treat us because of it is the same. And so we all get together and have different experiences, but we all have the same feeling of disconnect. and lack of understanding and loneliness, that it doesn't matter that I'm good at math and you're nonverbal learning disorder, but we're still the same because we both know we don't fit in.
Mhm.
Aimee, are you ready for your second question?
Sure, let's do it.
Oh, by the way, the person I most admire, the Roadrunner. Okay. Aimee, if you were to perform in the circus, what would you do?
What would I do? Probably, what's the ringleader, right? That's the front guy, front person, right?
Ringmaster.
Ringmaster. I don't know if I feel comfortable being a master. Ring human, ring person. I don't feel comfortable with the master part. So ringleader. I feel comfortable with ringleader. And I don't know, yeah, you get to run the show. You get to like just put a pretty fancy, like sparkly suit on. I don't think you have to have any talent, right? I don't think they have any talent.
The ability to speak in front of people.
I kind of have that a little bit. So I got that going. And yeah, I don't want to have to prep. I don't want to have to prep for the show. I don't want to have to do like the trapeze things. I don't have to like put my life, in order or anything like that. I think that would be really fun. And then you just get to run the show. Yeah, I think that'd be my part. I think that'd be awesome and fun. I would love that. Might do that.
I'd be the bearded lady. Like, because I already have a beard, and like I'm a bigger dude, so I already have man tits. So I just kind of be like, talk like a drag queen, It's like, hello, welcome to the circus. And it just, yeah, it'd be awesome. People pay me, like, let me see, show me your beard, show me your tits. I'm like, okay. Wow. Okay.
Normal Saturday night.
Yeah, it's just something like it doesn't differ from my regular life. So.
I don't know. Like, I was gonna say something dirty. I was gonna say I'm the three-legged man. I'm black, right? No. Dick joke. That was pretty good. I'm mixed, but that's the black side. Fuck with you.
They'd be like, ladies and gentlemen, you want to see the human tripod?
Yeah, exactly. Wink, wink. I was like,
ain't nobody want to see it.
Yes.
I ain't paying money for that.
I mean, hey, I'm not trying to peek or anything, right, Aimee?
Ain't nobody paying no money for that.
Oh shit! I just hey, I'll dark this whole room out. That's funny. The white guy last night said that at the bar. I was like, he's about to light up the whole room. He's hey, that's not funny. I got you, buddy. But no, if I was in the circus, you know what? Fuck her. I like the idea of the trapeze artist. I'd want to do the. I went skydiving and shark diving my 30th birthday. Like I bungee jumped. Like I am half white. I'm that half white. I didn't get some of the other stuff, but I did get that half. They go, ooh, what is it? What? Broken. Like you know what I mean? There's a noise. I want to go look. So. Yeah, I think I do the flying trapeze, little flips and things and shit. That's fun because there's a net. This isn't Batman, Robin, or I'm not Robin's parents. I'm not gonna just fall.
I would be a clown because my aspiration in life has always been to be a creepy drunk guy.
You're there.
All done.
Got a Pez sign. I see some chloroform on the top shelf. You're there.
I have over 600 Pez dispensers.
You eat the candy?
No, the candy's gross. Can't stand the candy.
Love the packaging.
Love the Pez. Hate the candy.
Mind you, I'm the other way around. I've probably had 6 million Pez out of one dispenser because I don't.
Okay. Duante, would you rather be without internet for a week or without your phone?
That's the same thing.
Okay, would you rather be without home internet for a week or without your cell phone?
I mean, like, I think you got to have your phone. You got to be able to call somebody. And if I didn't have my phone, at least you've got the internet. You can still call them. I think the phone's more necessary. I don't want to take my laptop to the pool. I can't take my laptop with me in the car. You gotta have your phone. You gotta have it.
Okay. Anybody have a dissenting point of view?
I mean, like, I have a tablet, so I mean that's good enough for my internet uses. I don't really talk on the phone a whole lot. I would just make it a point not to leave the house. I feel like I need my phone when I leave the house. You know, so if I just don't have my phone, but I just stay home, I'm fine. I work from home right now, so it's a benefit for me. I went to this thing last summer. So, you know, when quarantine first started, everyone's kind of trying to figure out what to do with themselves. People are like, oh, I'm going to start working out, or, oh, I'm going to take up painting. And you know what I did? I got fucking addicted to mobile games. Like, I used to make fun of people that like put money and actually paid for those games.
Oh, fuck. What are you playing?
Dude, oh, God.
Did you
It
get
was
hooked
like-
on, bitch? Because I was hooked on Dragon Ball Z for a little bit,
am
so I
out
need
of
to
here,
know. What'd you
bitch.
get hooked on?
I got hooked on a couple games. It was a sniper game.
Oh, fuck.
I think it was called Sniper 3D, where you just like kill this person.
Yeah,
I'm like,
it's like you
okay.
got 6 seconds to kill
And then
him.
I'm like, yeah. So
Yeah.
you have to
And
like find in the crowd,
it
zoom
shakes.
in.
Yeah, it vibrates and shakes.
Right. And it's like, oh, kill them, you know, get the bounty, and you get to upgrade your rifle. Not enough. I'm like, but if I put $20 in, I could upgrade my rifle, and then I could upgrade my rifle. And I was so fucking into it. It was like I became all the people I used to make fun of. Because I was like,
catch
what
you, or did you
fucking
tell on
idiot- what
yourself?
the-
I just want to know
sure.
the truth here. She caught you. That's what it was.
No, she didn't know. I realized it one day. I was like, I don't know how much money in. I was like, I've upgraded my rifle like 8 times, and like, you know, I bought myself
$100 in his
gear.
phone.
Yeah, it was just kind of like, all right, cool. I don't know. I wasn't like a few hundred or anything like that, but it was more than I want to admit. But I was just kind of like, what am I doing?
And my kid loves Roblox and Robux, and like all she wants is Robux. And I'm like, no, it's not real. And then of course I give it to her because I'm a terrible mother. But it's addictive, you know. And then it's not real. You're not paying for. Like I play Animal Crossing, so I don't like buy anything in Animal Crossing. I almost bought the Sanrio Ambio cards, but I don't buy anything in there. So it doesn't make me better, but
Well, like, yeah, you make the mistake. You do it once.
We're
You
nerds.
do it
You see
once.
this game shaming? I
Yeah.
don't buy anything. I've never made an in-app purchase, unlike Mando.
Yeah, I mean, just kind of like I used to make fun of those people, like, oh, they're fucking idiots. Like, who buys for role-playing games and RPG? Like, who pays money for that shit? And I caught myself doing it, and then I was just like knee deep in. I was like, what am I doing? Like, it was like a moment of clarity, where I don't know. I looked at my bank. I'm like, where's my fucking money? I can't. I gotta buy milk.
It's a pandemic. We all had something.
Yeah, like that was my thing, man. That was my big thing, that I was like, why did I do that? And I just realized it. Luckily, it wasn't like I was like 100. I wasn't like I said, it was less than $100, but it was still kind of like
It was close. It was close. I heard
it was getting there. It was like
I know how much
$98.
upgrades are on these games, dude. I'm counting. He said 8 times. It's about $20.
Well, it's not even upgrades. It's like you buy
The cash.
diamonds.
Their
You buy the cash,
currency.
you buy
Yeah.
the diamonds.
You're
and
exchanging.
that-
It's a drug. You're buying a digital drug. Hey, you got some diamonds? I need some diamonds.
So after a while, I was like, "You have some diamonds, man. I need some diamonds."
Yeah, exactly.
I gotta get a new rifle. Otherwise, I'm never gonna leave Saudi Arabia. Just like it was horrible.
I'm with you. I spent $1 something on one game because they gave you the price. I did the first one, and after I did that, I was like, you almost made a real purchase and went, fuck no, nope. Try a new game.
Well,
You
then I
all
started
made me-
over. I started over with Angry Birds. And I was like, oh, I could buy stuff for Angry Birds too.
Oh God.
You
I
all
think I
make me
did buy an
feel
in-app
so
purchase on Candy Crush. I think I did spend money on Candy Crush.
Yep, bingo. That was mine. That was
I think I
mine.
did,
Get
too.
That was my last one.
Well, like
That was my
one
last
time,
one.
1 or 2
But
times.
I mean, I think that's the starter drug is Candy Crush, right? Because you want
So simple.
the Stripes Bombs package. You get stuck on a fucking level for 6 months.
Sweet.
And
Oh, I miss it. I want to get it right now.
no, I need to win now.
Download it.
Fuck you. I just needed one more stripe thingy, and I don't want. Fuck, it's only $1.90. Nah.
What's that? I know.
Sweet.
All right, Mando, are you ready for the final question?
Uh-oh.
Oh, no pressure.
Okay, drum roll, please. If you had 1 extra hour of free time a day, how would you use it?
Well, masturbation is usually.
Every guy's answer. Every guy's answer.
It was, no. Honestly, you want me to? I'll be fucking real. Not even just me trying to be funny. That was my funny answer. My real answer: sleep. I mean, I'm married with a 3.5-year-old who is extremely active, and it would be nice to have 1 extra hour to sleep.
If he's sleeping with you, though, that's the thing. Is even if you had the extra hour, you
No.
gotta be able to sleep.
Nah, I'm too much of a roller. I couldn't. We don't risk that.
No, I mean sleeping at the same time so he doesn't wake you is more what I'm.
Oh, yeah. Well, it feels like no matter how early or late I go to sleep, he still gets me. He still wakes me up. And if it's not him, it's the dogs. So, or my wife rolling over and elbowing me in the jaw. Something. So I'm like, if I can have 1 hour of uninterrupted sleep, no phone going off. I mean, I sleep with my phone on silent. Just so I don't get that. My drunken friend texts me at like 2 a.m. Like, hey, what are you doing? So 1 hour of uninterrupted sleep would be really nice. I'm dreaming about that now.
Let's see. For me, if I've learned anything about the pandemic and myself, that no matter how many hours I have, I will still do nothing important. So I will still play Animal Crossing or watch TV or take a nap. So an extra hour for me, I don't know. I wouldn't do anything special. Probably just the same shit I do every single day.
Same thing with the overnight, Pinky. Trying to take over the world.
Exactly. And I'm a mom too, and I think it's just part of being a parent. Like after you become a parent, like you just kind of sit in your house and you got hours. I got plenty of hours. So yeah, maybe nap, play some more Animal Crossing. Definitely wouldn't read a book. I definitely wouldn't exercise. Probably wouldn't help the world. Just do the same shit I do every day.
If I could change my answer, it would be I'd buy a rocking chair and a shotgun and sit on my porch. No, I'm kidding. Suit man.
Like with an extra hour, I'm gonna go with Mondo's first answer mostly, and then like
masturbate until you fall asleep.
Maybe 10 minutes of that hour, right? Not the whole hour. I'm not a animal or anything. Like who just does that for the whole hour? Like fuck, that's commitment.
Well, I mean, no one can masturbate for a full hour, but I think if you choke the chicken for 5 minutes and then chafe the carrot for another 5 minutes and then say hi to your monster for another 4 minutes, I think it's okay. Like you just break it up a little bit and spread it out for 60 minutes.
I might chafe. I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm good. It's Amy's been laughing, shaking her head. It's awesome. She's like,
no judgment. No, I'm just here as a kind listener.
Women, they lie. They take baths every day. I wonder there's no need.
Baths are disgusting. Baths is just sitting in your body juices. I don't take any baths. I hate baths.
Body juices?
Yeah, it's a body juice soup is a bath. It's just a warm soup of your juices. It's disgusting.
You pee before you take the bath. You don't pee in the bath.
So
you pee before you take the bath. No baths. No, they're disgusting. I don't want a bath.
I'll throw it way back then real quick. Has anyone ever seen Harry and the Hendersons?
Yes, absolutely, 100%.
Okay, so do you remember that part where Harry is like watching these old fat people get into a hot tub, and then he looks and sees this woman put a chicken into a boiling pot of water? He's like,
yep, I saw that. Yeah, he was like, this.
So we talking about like sitting your own juices. It sounds like when people get in the hot tubs, it's like someone somewhere waiting to turn up the heat and get you off guard, and then you're fucked.
Boiled. You're just a soupy mess.
I don't know, with like an extra hour though, if I could really get it right now, it'd probably be sleep. Like just get on the road, sleep. If I'm the only one getting the hour and nobody else in the world's getting the hour, yeah, anything else you would do would be creepy. Like you can't, you know what I mean? Like the whole world stops for an hour. I'm gonna go.
I think the big question would be is where do you squeeze this extra hour in? If you could pick that hour, I would probably do it. I would probably go back and forth between like lunch break, like after I eat lunch, like siesta. Like I have lunch and then I just like take a nap before I go back to work.
Pause everything else, like pause the whole world.
Yeah,
for the hour.
exactly. Or do you just like take it in the morning, like before you got to get up? You take that extra hour of just like continuous sleep, tack it onto your already nightly ritual, or do you do that? You know, that phase it in, phase out the world, like you said, Amy, like just kind of drop it right after lunch.
For me, there's also the romantic idea. Like I'd like the extra hour of passion. Just like at that moment, just stand there and be like, ah, for an hour with a lady, like just two people together. I don't know if you've seen Food Wars, but it's pretty funny. But yeah, just you know what I mean? That might be crazy too. Just to have an extra hour every day with your person.
I've been married for 20 years, so I've got plenty of hours.
Yeah, but a quality hour where you love each other.
Quality hours. 20 years.
There's no what?
Hold on. Stop. There's a difference because time out. I think Mando might have seen what I was talking about. That great hour. Not just any hour, but those moments where you're having fun. If you could extend that moment for an hour.
Push a button and get it for another hour.
I got it.
You know what I mean? Perfect love time where you're sitting there and it's snowing and the candlelight and you've had hot cocoa and you fell and busted your ass and you're laughing and it's a moment. I got a out of here.
Hold on. I know my wife very well, and Vince knows his daughter very well. So the truth is, if I were to say, babe, I have the power to shut down the world and give us an extra hour of sleep,
she'd be like,
she would do it.
Oh yeah,
Like it's not about.
Now listen, I said I was
a 3-year-old. Absolutely, you take that hour.
I'm single here. I need these women to think I'm romantic. Work with me and not lazy, right? Like
But this was before we were even married. Like our first time I went over to her apartment, and I was spending the night. And it was like 7:00, 7:30. I'm like, she's like, all right, well, I'm going to bed. I'm like, now? Do you watch do you watch Murder She Wrote too? Like just over
7:30.
Yeah, I married a geriatric, a very pretty, young-looking, youthful-looking geriatric. I love her to death, but yeah, she would be.
Play pinochle like me too. I mean, we can get Ethel and Gertrude together and play some pinochle over some crumpets and shit too. I mean,
nah, dog, that day's over, man. We play bridge.
I play bridge too. That's my shit.
We need to wrap this up, and I think if anything has been proven is that there are a few of our panelists that need help. So I'm glad we had a mental health professional with us today. So,
oh, you son of a bitch! I heard what you said.
Amy didn't know she was actually coming to work tonight. So
no, it's fine. I'll just charge your insurance. It's fine.
All right, one more time, a big hand for Amy.
Woo-hoo.
Thank you, Amy. And a big hand for Duante. Awesome job, thank you. And one more time, a big hand for Mando. Remember, subscribe to our YouTube channel at Gateway Comedy Scene, and we will see you next week.
We'll see you at the movies.
Yeah, we'll see you at the movies. Let's go.